Now, this is the part of
Okay.
Chris.
I'm so out of practice. Okay. Let's try this again. Hey guys, it's Payne. So here I am bringing you this week's card of the week. This week's card of the week is Gaga Cowboy. He was suggested a really long time ago through a Facebook user person. So I can't really say who it is because they didn't leave a YouTube name or anything like that. But yeah, I finally decided to do another one of those suggested cards. So here I am bringing you Gaga Cowboy. So Gaga Cowboy is a rank 4 XYZ monster, and he has to have 2 level 4 monsters as materials to be able to summon him. Also, his attack is 1500 and his defense points are 2400, which I think is really cool because I like my monsters to have a high defense because sometimes you need a good defense monster sometimes. So 24 is pretty good to me. And his effect, he's one of those monsters that has 2 effects, but you can either choose one or the other depending on a certain condition, and for him it is depending on his battle position. So if Gaga Cowboy is in attack position and you detach 1 XYZ material, he gains 1000 attack points, and the opposing monster he is going to be battling against loses 500 attack points. So let's say he's 1500, so he'll gain up to 2500 attack. So that's his boosted of 1000 attack points. And let's say he's going up against like a Dark Magician. Dark Magician goes from 2500 to 2000. So that's how that works. Just a little example in case you couldn't do the math. This is during the damage step only. So once the damage step occurs and all that happens, Gaga Cowboy goes back to being 1500. So you kind of gotta keep that in mind if you want to use that effect. But if he is in defense position and you detach an XYZ material, you can inflict 800 damage to your opponent just like that. Every time my brother talks about Gaga Cowboy, he always does this whole like little pew pew thing. I guess it was like in somebody else's video. It's like Gaga Cowboy, yeah, pew pew, you know. I guess, I don't know. So yeah, that's kind of like a little cheapy shot. So you only have 2 materials, so use them wisely whenever you use Gaga Cowboy. Okay, so let's say your opponent has just a wall of like defense monsters that are just, you cannot go over with Gaga Cowboy at all. You can just use his defense position effect to be able to just, fly through that and just like pew pew your freaking opponent with 800 damage. And that really works if your opponent has like really low life points. If you could do that twice, that's 1600 life point damage to that opponent. So yeah, you kind of have to strategize. Okay, and how I said before that if you use the attack position effect where he gains 1000 attack points, but that's only during the damage step, he'll go back to being 1500, which honestly is pretty low because there are like level 4 monsters that your opponent could just summon that are like 1600 or 1900, or like Alexander Dragon that's just 2000, and then he'll be gone. So if you're going to use his attack position effect, make sure you have traps to be able to protect him, to be able to keep him on the field, or you can use a card called Spirit Burner. It's just a magic card. It has a long effect, but the first part of that effect, it just reads, once per turn you can change the battle position of the equipped monster to defense position. So you can use Spirit Burner, equip it to Gaga Cowboy in your main phase 2, and then it'll switch him to defense position, and he has a high defense of 24. So you'll have more of a chance of him staying on the field that way. So with Gaga Cowboy, just make sure you know your strategy. Make sure he just doesn't get blown up take care of your cards on the field. Make sure you have traps laid out so you can have him longer. So anyways, I'm just like fucking repeating myself now. I am gonna go now. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, whatever time you're watching this. So that was this week's card of the week, Gaga Cowboy. Leave me your thoughts about Gaga Cowboy down below, or you can leave your own card of the week suggestion And yeah, that was that for this week's card of the week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.